Hello, my beautiful people. Now, Julie's facing the camera. What does that mean? Oh my God, she's in teaching mode again. Right. We're going to talk about help. 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 How to ask for help, when to ask for help, why don't I ask for help, what's holding me back from asking for help. All right, my loves, let's talk about help. So, first of all, let's start with this. I want you to ask yourself right now, in this moment as you watch this, give yourself a score of 1 to 10, 10 being very high and brilliant and 0 being, non-existent. How easy do you find it to ask for help? What's your score? Go with the first number that comes in your head. Don't think about it, because if you're thinking about it, you're trying to make it fit. What was that first number that came into your head? Because most of us are absolutely shockingly bad at asking for help. And this isn't our fault. This is conditioning, brainwashing, the way we've been taught, and we've accepted it as a truth and just carried on our whole life like that. So did you hear things like this when you were growing up? Don't bother people. Oh, don't ask them that. No, don't bother people. I did. Did you hear things like, oh, no, don't tell the neighbours. We don't want them to know our business. It's our business. It's nobody else's business but ours. Therefore, telling somebody you have a problem is a breach of confidentiality. Spilling the beans, telling a secret, that's bad. Mustn't do it. Now, there's this and many other kind of similar beliefs that hold us back from asking for help. The thing is, that was then and this is now. I was brought up in the 60s and my childhood through the 60s and 70s, and it was absolutely the way it was then. Nobody was to know our business. It didn't matter how much we struggled or what hell we were going through, nobody was to know. Don't tell the school, don't tell the neighbours, don't tell the family. Why? Absolutely terrified of judgment, being judged, being put down, being criticised, feeling like a failure that you can't cope on your own without asking for help. Asking for help is a weakness. Now, there's all of those negative connotations around asking for help, which is why we're so bad at it. So I want you to just first of all recognise that and say, yep, that makes sense. If it does to you, it does to me. And it does to most of my clients when I'm doing this sort of work with them. But the thing is, we're in 2018, a year of empowerment, a year of liberation, a year of freedom. And for the last 2 decades, we've been moving further and further towards the light, awareness, bringing open, smashing open secrecy, deception, smashing open things like all the political crap that's under the surface, corruption, abuse, secrecy, all sorts of, that's been smashing open, because the universe wants us in our ascension, in this age of Aquarius, in this age of enlightenment, to bring things up from the darkness into the light, to bring things out into the open. So they don't want us to have that old thinking about, oh, don't tell anybody, they might judge. Oh, don't tell anybody, they might condemn. Don't let people know your business. Now, sometimes, we don't want some people to know our business. We don't want everyone to know our business. But that doesn't and shouldn't prevent us from reaching out to people that we love and trust and care about. But we have this real reluctance to do it. This week, I put a message out on my channel asking for help. Now, I've been having that message from my higher self for 2 weeks, and I resisted. I'm not letting people know my business. This isn't for the public domain. This is my journey only. I fought, I resisted, and every time I meditated, it kept coming through. Tell people what's going on and ask for help. What's the problem? Oh, but. So I totally get it, what the problem is. However, in the end, I did. I wasn't comfortable with it, but I did it because I was being guided to. Now, the messages that come back from that post asking for help have been incredibly supportive and loving. There's been a couple that didn't quite understand what was going on, and that's okay. But on the whole, there was an avalanche of support. Now, most importantly out of that was several people messaged me privately on my email or through my website to say, I didn't want to put this on YouTube, but I want to tell you that I've had a similar situation, a similar story, and I was unable to ask for help. And you have inspired me. You have motivated me. You have taught me that I can ask for help too, to break this cycle that I'm in. And so therefore, having meditated on that, I've also had messages from my angels. You need to do a video on help. Help people to see that it's now okay to ask for help. It wasn't 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 50 years ago. It is now. So let's change the old thinking, change the old patterns. So let's talk a minute about help and say, right, most of us on this planet are happy to help people. We actually get something out of it. When we're helping somebody because we want to, not because we should or have to, because that's just we're helping them out of guilt. But when we are helping somebody because we genuinely want to, it gives us pleasure. You can feel that upliftment in your spirit. Think about Christmas or a birthday when you're giving somebody a gift. You're more excited than they are to see their face when they open it. Oh, God, I hope they like it. I'm so chuffed I got them this gift. We get really happy to give, all right, to help. And when it's somebody we love and care about that's in trouble, we want to help, and actually to find out in retrospect that they've been going through all sorts of shit and didn't reach out to us can be actually quite hurtful. Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you ask for help? I would have loved to. I would have been happy to help you. Why didn't you tell me? You're actually, by not sharing, denying the other person the opportunity to be able to assist you. Now, that is taking something away from them that they could have given and would have given willingly by not even asking. You also, by asking somebody you love and trust for help, giving them the opportunity to grow too, because in their giving, they are receiving, you are receiving, and there's this beautiful reciprocal energy. So we don't want to be denying ourselves that opportunity to reach out because of fear of judgment, fear of condemnation. Because I tell you what, my darlings, the people who really love you, they will not judge you. They will not condemn you. They might say, oh my God, how the hell did that happen? And you don't have to justify it or explain. You just say, well, it has. This is where we're at and this is what I need. And you ask for help. Now, if it doesn't come, what have you lost? Well, you say, I've lost pride. Why? Let go and let God. Now, I teach you all the time in the dailies, in the weeklies, in the monthlies, in my videos about the power of manifesting, the power of creating. And very often we will sit here and we will go into creative power. And I was doing it last week when I decided, and I knew without any doubt, I want to go home to England, and there isn't enough money to make it happen at the moment. So I went into manifesting mode. And what I was getting repeatedly was, oh, we'll ask for help. No, that's begging. I'm not doing that. They're like, no, not necessarily. People may be very glad to donate and it would help you go home sooner. Or they may just add in prayers. Why will you not ask? And I was arguing with them until in the end I was like, okay, I will ask. But it doesn't matter, you see, what it's about. The people who have given prayers and positivity and support has been so beneficial and helpful for me. Many people sent healing energy, which was lovely and beneficial, and some made donations of money, which is also very beneficial. But it doesn't matter how it comes. You see, when I was in my manifesting, I was in this I am manifesting what I need for me. and I'm not going to tell anybody else about it, and I don't need them to help me, and I wouldn't ask for their help because that's not right. I was in all of that space, and I'm saying to the universe will provide. And what the universe was saying to me is we have many ways of providing, and by you opening your mouth and sharing that you need some help, that is the way that the universe is bringing it via the collective. So it was a lesson for me, another one. All right, I've had so many lessons being here, and I've grown so much, and it's not been easy, but I don't regret a single moment of it. But I want to share this with you because it's really helped me to understand how difficult it is to ask for help and why we need to overcome that block. Because we are a collective, we are here to support each other, we are here to help each other, and we need to allow others the opportunity to help if they want to, only if they want to. If somebody doesn't have it to give, then they shouldn't be giving it. But if they want to give their time or their energy or their support or a kind word, then allow it and be open to receiving that help. But if you don't ask, you don't get. Now, what we don't want is for people to feel in any way beholden to ever give help that doesn't feel right for them to give. And it's saying, look, if I ask for help, I trust that the help that will come will be right for me. That the help that is offered genuinely from the heart, not from any kind of guilt. And if it is, that's their stuff, not mine. I'm just putting it out there and seeing what comes back. So if you are struggling in your relationship and you want to leave and you don't want to tell your family and you don't want to ask for help and you can't see any other way out, ask. Let people help you. If you are struggling in any aspect of your life, ask. If people say no, then maybe this is a lesson that you need to go through yourself in order to strengthen up and toughen up. But if they are there with a helping hand, take it. Don't be afraid to ask for help. And I'm not suggesting you do what I did and blast it publicly in front of 20,000 subscribers nearly. And, what do I get a month? I don't know, about 80,000 views a month. I'm letting a lot of people know my business, and that's very humbling and also very uncomfortable and scary. But this is about trusting, allowing me to walk my talk, me to show you by example. It is difficult to ask for help, but sometimes it's necessary. So allow yourselves, my loves, if you are in a challenge, a difficult situation, to reach out to others, whether that be your nearest and dearest, your closest friends, whether that be to tell your boss at work you're really struggling, to let go of the fear that by reaching out we are somehow less than. Because I believe by reaching out, and this is what my angels are telling me, we are more than, and we are bigger together. I hope that makes sense. I hope it helps. See you next time. Take care. Bye.